What's invisible but you wish people could see? Pain. Then maybe people wouldn't be such assholes about it and it would be easier to get assistance from doctors. Fucking COVID-19. If people in my country could literally see deadly virions floating through the air and bouncing off the walls in their favorite bar, maybe they would respect the severity of the situation. Stay home or at least wear a goddamn mask without bitching about tyranny. Radiation. Chernobyl go crazy. CO2 emissions. If purple exhaust was coming out of cars and planes every day instead of clear vapor, maybe people would pay more attention to it. Imagine the air just getting more purple and opaque throughout your life. That would be hard to ignore. My love for them. That would have made my time at my last job very uncomfortable. I hated all of them. Even the ones I smiled at. Germs are just bacteria of any kind. People can be quite gross, and seeing just how dirty some common surfaces are should hopefully kick some sense into the monsieur. When Louis Pasteur found out about microbes, it destroyed his career in politics because he refused to shake hands. My hot GF. I also choose this guy's invisible hot GF. The true intentions of politics. That might give PPL a migraine. Farts. I used to think I could see them as a kid, and whenever I was getting ready to take a bath, since I'd be naked with no clothes to obstruct my fart, I'd look around and try to chase my butt for a while to see my fart. Mental illness. People with depression just need to suck it up, right? I was just thinking, I wish ADHD and depression could be more easily identified and taken seriously. My apartment isn't trashed because I'm just a lazy, bad person. I don't have the energy to get it cleaned up. Everything takes me 5 times longer than it would take a normal person. And that's if I'm somehow magically able to know where to even start. I wish smells had a certain color to them, monsieur. The more pungent the smell, the more vibrant the color. Sound. As a musician, sound would be cool to see. Like the pitch of each note just comes out of the instruments. And the notes have different colors. Either that or my friend Geraldo. Chromesthesia. Full spectrum of color like the mantis shrimp. Fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue syndrome. If it showed on the outside like it feels on the inside, we'd have found a cure years ago. How much fecal matter is on everything. The reactions would be hilarious, and it would really encourage sanitary habits. Super smart. PPL need to wash their hands properly. People licking their hands to turn pages of books. Don't. You've got shit on your hands, bro. My posts getting removed due to low karma. Lies would be interesting. If everybody genetically had a trait that would literally flush their ears blue. Or something. If they were lying or withholding the truth. I think we would fundamentally change as a species. Almost like a hive collective. My ex would have been a fucking smurf. Anxiety. Not like panic attack level anxiety. Just your everyday feeling like something dreadful might happen at any moment. Dread. That is rarely visible to others, but it can absolutely overwhelm the senses of the person suffering. Pain. Sound waves. The death toll of capitalism. Anarcho-socialists stand by your side. Greetings, comrades. Socialism is communism, right? I mean, that's what everyone tells me. Intended sarcasm. No. You're confused, friend. Literally anything that slightly regulates or in any way differs from total corporate takeover of the free market is communist, monsieur. But everyone tells me that socialism is bad. I'm American, so I don't know how to formulate any effectively rational or informative opinions. I just yell incoherently until a crowd gathers. Ghosts. BO. My beautiful girlfriend. COVID. Happy cake. Carbon monoxide. The exit ad button on mobile game ads. My sleep paralysis demon. Oh no, not mine though. Intentions. I think some people look upon my comments and words as fake or wrong until I've explained where I'm coming from. Getting a little bit sick of that. Doesn't happen often, but every time it does I get a bit annoyed. Also think people would truly understand I'm being genuine when I say something nice. It'd also be easier to untangle misunderstandings between people. Electricity. It's too damn dangerous in many situations. Arc flashes are the real deal. Someone has probably said this. But mental illness. It's hard dealing with something that's in your brain and basically people have to take your word for it, especially when it comes to work and being on leave. The amount of paperwork and doctors I had to go see just to prove I was bad enough to justify being on leave was crazy. And trying to motivate yourself to get said paperwork done and jump through all the hoops just gave me further anxiety. I have diagnosed and re-diagnosed so many times just because I had to prove my illness over again. From the start for every new situation and person. There's also the whole stigma around mental illness that would be way less of an issue because, well, you could see it in even baby boomer traditional back in my day. We weren't sissies, can't argue with that. NVM, they would probs still find something wrong. So yeah, if people could see it, it would make life a whole lot easier. God. So, invisible? My hatred toward people who chew with their mouth open. The lizard people pulling the strings. Wake up, sheeple. Why kids love the taste of cinnamon toast crunch. Racism. Surprised this wasn't higher up. My PP. The truth. Farts. Real life karma. Be a lot easier to see how much of a dick someone is. I feel like a mental health bar above everyone's head would be helpful in day-to-day interactions. Fishy emotions because people love to put goldfish and bettas in 1-gallon bowls. Air particles. Air is tinted blue slightly. That's why when you look off into the distance, over a mile, everything has a blue haze. I thought that would be because the air scatters blue light from the sun. Yes, that's how color works. No, like in a different way sort of. My cock, just by a microscope and lose some weight, are murdered by words. Sound. Lesions. GU minds. Thoughts. Ever see the American classic film, What Women Want? Plastic arts. My dick. Perfume smell. Ghosts. So fucking Shane fucking believes in them. Harmful germs, bacteria, etc. Seeing all of it would be blinding. But the ability to avoid those harmful bugs would be super useful. Karma points. Personality types. Evil spirits. Love. I feel like my friends are pretty fake, but I DK. Hate. Envy. Resentment. Grudge. Pain. Or more. People choose to be oblivious. They don't want to see your own problems. A therapist may not see it either. Because some of us hide it better than most people. Don't see how haunted people are, how much pain they're in, how much they hate or resent you. It's because we all have our own problems. But that also doesn't mean we should hide either. It's something we should embrace in others and help guide them as you guide yourself. Fear. Most people do crazy things because they are just afraid. I wish my ex could have seen the torment she put me through while I was deployed out at sea. The only thing you want is to hear from them and they ghost you halfway across the world. Not knowing if they're okay. That feeling that you're completely worthless while she's in bed with another man. And you wake up at night scared for her, wanting to know if she's okay. But you can't do that because she won't answer you. You can't sleep cause you dream about her. So you have to drink all the time. I was a wreck. And she never cared how I felt or what she put me through. I wish she could see that. Music. Imagine colorful auras and sparkles coming out of your speaker like confetti. Go to synesthesia. My feelings for her. Holy Spirit are the 10,000 angels led by Ramiel that watch over faithful worshippers. Yes, this coronavirus. So Karen can shut up. COVID-19. Coronavirus. Me. Coronavirus. COVID. Viruses. People would take virus protection a lot more seriously if they could see it being spread. The effects of their shitty, ignorant racism, opinions, political views on the world. Not invisible, but too difficult for most of these idiots to see if it doesn't directly affect them. Monsieur. Dark matter. The evil within us all. Stupidity. COVID-19, then people might actually acknowledge its existence and stop claiming it's a conspiracy. Pollution. Much of our air is way more polluted than we think. Everyone can see the pillars of smoke from a coal plant, but that stuff doesn't go away, it just spreads out. I think if we could all see how dirty the air was at all times, a lot of people would be a lot more willing to take immediate action to clean shit up. Air. How stupid they really are. Sarcasm in air, a mood of people after bad joke at bad time. The stock-stealing elves. Intentions, like whether someone has good intentions or is trying to throw you under the bus. Some colors that we can't comprehend, I'd love to see them, monsieur. Tachyons. Compassion. The size of my huge, shiny, a beating heart. I don't have the capacity to relay its qualities well enough. Or is it that nobody wants to know? Infrared, ultraviolet, X-ray, gamma, radio, and every other wavelength of light. The most boring part of the universe is the part in normal visible light, which is the only thing we see. Such a shame. That would probably be very fun to look around in space, but wouldn't we also see just a ton of random waves of light flying everywhere from phones and stuff? The ultraviolet and infrared parts of a rainbow. Infrared because it's cool. Lies. Air, then everyone is basically walking around aimlessly, especially if it's opaque. Depression. Depression. My potential. Depression. If people were able to see it, then maybe they'd start taking mental health seriously. Radio lines would be kinda cool to see. Thestrals. Tinnitus. Dr. Griffin. We need to catch that bastard. How good a person is. Like if they're a compulsive liar, you can tell. COVID-19. BLM's lies. My mental health. It is terrible now because of my dad. Body odor. The coronavirus. So these stupid fucks who refuse to wear masks can see in real time just how easily they can be fucking shit up. Pollution and the growing amount of toxins in our atmosphere. Dark matter. Insincerity. When someone doesn't mean what they say or they're trying to pull the wool over your eyes. Oxygen, are commonly called as air, 'cause maybe when they see it they'll understand the importance of nature and effects of global warming. Pollution, literally everything. Black holes. These only suck light but have no light inside. I'd like to see where exactly there is one so I can both avoid and be amazed if it's for monsieur. The ghost under my bed. Anything potentially dangerous, such as harmful gases and fumes radiating off of things that we otherwise don't take notice of, that could cause respiratory issues or even cancer-inducing, such as certain chemicals used in China in manufacturing that we are then breathing in. If we saw these harmful things clear as day everywhere, I think we'd end up seeing them less, since we would probably take getting rid of them more seriously. Seeing them would also allow us to avoid them in cases where what is causing them is still necessary to have around, but then we at least wouldn't have to expose ourselves to its byproduct. Love. My girlfriend. My stand. Coronavirus. Feelings. Their own breath traveling through the air. Love 1. The hand of the free market. The fly in my room at 3 a.m. Depression or any sort of mental illness. Because people can't see emotional mental pain, many resort to self-harm as a way to prove their mental anguish. I felt like my pain wasn't valid, so I resorted to self-harm as a way to see my own pain, not just feel it 24/7. Please get help if you are experiencing emotional pain. I've been almost 1,000 days self-harm clean, and it's all because I got the courage to speak up. Thank you for being so strong. Me. The colors that humans aren't able to see. My physical, emotional and mental illnesses. My family refused to let me see a doctor, so I just have to cope. My love, the cringe with some TikTokers. Political lies. No further explanation. All the bullshit flying out of their mouths. My gayness LMAOJK, I can't hide that shit. John Cena. My girlfriend. Mental illness. A lot of PPL had it and it would be easier for PPL to get help instead of being dismissed for not looking like you have the illness. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.